So I'm on my second to last night shift, then I will see daylight again. I have Scout again tonight, and I will be working with him the next couple months because Nick is going to go on vacation on pastures, and when he gets back, then Scout will go. So, we've been talking about the last minute corruption by the Mayor Adams administration against the New York City carriage horse industry in the last few videos. So this should be the last video on that because we no longer have Adams in office, finally. It is January. I'm sure he'll come up again because we do still have that lawsuit that TWU has against New York Class, and he's tied into that, so that'll happen at some point. His last little hurrah was on New Year's Eve day in the morning. New York One reported that the mayor's office was trying to figure out an executive order that would ban the carriage horses. Like, drivers want to just spend their New Year's with their family and friends, and now they're being told that you have a few hours left in office and you're still going to try to ban the carriage horses. Really? I was just thinking, how big was this bribe from New York Class for the mayor and his deputy mayor Randy Mastro to have pushed in their last few hours this corrupt ban that no one wanted in an illegal way. It must have been a huge bribe to be if you get rid of the carriages, I'll give you however much it was. No idea, but it had to have been big. So we got that news. Then the executive order did come out, and it turned out to be totally toothless. It didn't even make sense. Didn't really say anything. It basically said that the health department would have to get a veterinarian to examine the horses, which is already their job, to have a veterinarian to examine the horses. And it was phrased as if our horses don't get vet exams to work, when actually they do get to every year, at least, to be licensed. So didn't really say anything. It didn't even specify that they had to get that biased vet that they had hired. That's really all it said. New York Class tried to pull it off as some win, that now the horses are going to get care and all this stuff. We're we already get cared for. What? So made no sense, but that was what they decided to release as an executive order. And a few hours after that, January 1st, Zohran Mamdani came, I don't know, I always slur his name weird when I say it too fast. Anyway, he came in and he basically canceled all the executive orders that Mayor Adams had ever put out since his indictment date, except for a couple or something. But both of the carriage horse executive orders were rescinded under the new mayor that the animal rights people want to think is somehow against us, when he hasn't talked to us yet. So they so the animal rights people have been misquoting the latest quote. CBS cut out the middle, and it's being shared, this abbreviated version, and the abbreviated version these PETA people and all are going with is that the new mayor has said that he supports banning carriage horses from Central Park, and that he's going to follow through on that. It's not what the whole quote was. The whole quote was him responding to that question, saying, yes, I've said that I would ban them, and then he says, and I also said that I would speak to the unions that represent them. So to us, that means he's trying to still keep these people off his back, and that he's not really going to do anything without the unions behind it. And we know our union, under no terms, would have any acceptable negotiation where the carriage horses were not operating in Central Park anymore. So that's the whole quote. And that's why we still feel hopeful that he won't go back on his promise about getting a team of equine experts to weigh in on this. And we just can't see a scenario where he actually would tour our stables, meet our horses, meet us, and, meet our veterinarian and somehow come out against this industry, because no one else has. I mean, except for PETA people, animal rights extremists that aren't going to change their mind, that don't care about facts, that don't have logical opinions and just want to force their own beliefs and their own emotions onto things. Aside from those people, all regular people, all normal people have always come out in support of us once they learned about us. So we're expecting that's what will happen. I also don't think that this mayor cares too much about this subject at all. It's really not his focus like it was in other mayoral administrations, because of all the corruption and bribes and everything behind it. So for now, we're all in the clear. No carriage ban bills on the table, and it's business as usual. Finally, for now, again.